Welcome to the D&D world!
Hey Internet, what's going on? My name is Alekazam and I am here with D&D December. We are playing good old Dungeons & Dragons arcade game. This is a sequel. Shadows of Mistara, I think it's what it's called. I've already played a lot of this part, so I'm going to kind of skip it and try to make it so we can get through. Fireball, oh my! So, for those of you who've been following the whole time, I've been following a nifty little, like, chart, or idea anyway, of what to talk about during D&D December. I'm not going to follow the whole thing, as I have a special plan that I think I'm going to try my best to do. I'm going to tell you guys what it is, so it's not like a big surprise at the end of it, and that way you're not terribly disappointed if I can't pull it off, because I might be going beyond my means, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Especially given the holidays and all this stuff, my time, I mean, I'm done with all the prep for that, but I'm still concerned I won't be able to complete this for you guys. So, just to get this kind of out of the way, and just acknowledge that it's what I'd like to do, for my grand finale for D&D December, what I would like to try to get done, if I can, is a review of the Dungeons & Dragons live-action movie, from the 90s, I want to say. It might have been early 2000s. And it's a little different from video games, but it's topical, it's fun. I want to try to branch out a little bit, do something different, and not just be every Let's Player you've ever seen on the internet, being a guy talking in front of a camera about video games. So that being said, I don't want to disappoint people if I fail, but I'd really like to try, and I hope you'll give that a chance if I can pull it off. It'll be my first like scripted video ever. That all being said, and that all being well and done, either way, the other thing I'd like to bring up is today's topic, which, if you are paying attention to that, is my favorite monster. Basically, what's my favorite monster in D&D? Now, I personally have a hard time with that one. Not because, you know, oh man, there's so many good monsters. I mean, that's partially true, don't get me wrong. But, here we go. This is like right where we left off, so that's not so bad. But anyway, the thing about it is that there's so many variable ways to look at it. Are we talking, this is my favorite monster because I, you know, got to fight it, or because I got to be a DM and sick that on another player? So I'm going to do a little bit of both. I noticed today, I actually just today finally got to see Pro Jared's video on it. So, you know, I'm gonna try not to copy him, which is gonna be the tricky part, because he actually picked one of my favorite monsters like right away, which is the kobold, by the way. I love those things. They are fantastic. I think they're hilarious. They're a perfect character for all the reasons Jared said. So if you want to hear about that, go watch Pro Jared's video on it. Oh my god, I forgot how annoying this boss is. You're not meant to face this alone. Oh my god, it's evil. So I guess, like, okay, what would my choice be besides the kobold, besides the beholders, the dragons themselves? I mean, there's so many great, incredible creatures. Oh, I'm not paying any attention. That you could face, or even make people face in D&D, and I'm going to start with one that I like to put against my players. It's a beast race. It's a bird type person. Whom, oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys. This is frustrating for me, too. Okay, here we go. Nope. Ah, no! I thought that was going to be my smart play. So, they're a bird type character. They're called the... I have it written down. I've got the book right here. AHH. Now, the cool thing about the AHH is, at least this is what I like to do with them, if you have 5 of them and enough time, they can summon an air elemental. Straight up. Just, they do this dance, and you can kind of describe it if you want. It's super cool. They give you like a nice, perfect description of like what they're going to be looking at in the book. So I'm a big fan of that. I definitely would say it's not easy to do that, because you have to do things a certain way. So here's what I kind of like to do. I have my players face off against several of them, with more looming in the background. And they'll do their dance, maybe even like off screen, let's say. They'll do their dance, they'll summon their boy, and then they'll have to fight, through the first batch of them with no problem. It's easy as pie. It's the easiest thing they've ever dealt with, in fact. Only to end up, unfortunately, fighting an air elemental with 5 more of those suckers. Now, that can also be overwhelming, so you have to be very careful how you utilize that. But it's just tons of fun, and you get to play with not only a really fun, kick-ass set of aerial beings that can have a lot of mobility, but you also get to have straight-up air elemental, like, right after. Now, another cool thing about them, too, like, just as an example, the way I've utilized them in the past, I like to use them as kind of like a Sky Pirate scenario. So I like to imagine, like, an even more badass one, too. So you don't have to just follow the book. You can just create a cool, badass, powerful Birdman who maybe antagonizes people. I don't know. It is what it is. I think that they're super cool, though. They kind of look like, well, I'll show you what they look like. Luckily, I have it bookmarked for reasons. Can't see on my end, but this is them right there, and that's super cool. I love the way they look. You can see here he's got like a staff or a spear-like weapon. So there's a lot you can do with that, and that's a ton of fun. I mean, there are countless monsters in this book. I mean, I've got some bookmarks on here for things that I had in other quests and for campaigns, things like that. It is what it is. I think I also mentioned at one point that I was a big fan of the Doppelganger. Doppelgangers are super cool too. I may have told the story. I may not have. I tell so many people different stories, it's hard to keep them up. But there was a time where I was in a campaign, and my friend wanted us to fight doppelgangers. Now, if you don't know what they are, basically they can take on, like, they can disguise themselves to look like anyone. So my friend asked me if it was okay if they disguised themselves as me and like kidnapped me or whatever. We worked out this whole role play. It was super cool. He made it up to me by letting me kind of come in and save the day, so like I had a good character moment out of it. And that's what's cool about it. Like, if you have a good party who's willing to work with you, you can work in some cool stuff with doppelgangers, and they can be any skill level. You don't need to make them, really strong or really weak. You can have them be any level because they take on the form and have the abilities to an extent. You also don't want to make them broken. That's important too. You never want to make it so you have a broken encounter. That's just the worst. Alright, come on, fight me. So definitely, I would say, huge fan, gigantic fan of everything that I've mentioned there. Those are 2 really great creatures to have your people fight in D&D. Like, if you have a party of people and you gotta think of what to make them face, I recommend those. As for favorite to fight. See, okay, I don't have a favorite monster I like to fight, because I've said it, if you've seen it before, you've seen it a million times. There are hundreds of monsters you can face in D&D. Hundreds of them, no exaggeration. They exist in all shapes, sizes, variants, doesn't matter. And what's cool about it is, they don't come from a rulebook, they come from a manual. As a great man once said. Okay, let's try to pick up these books. So, you can kinda... Can I go in there? No. Okay. I'm gonna fight the dude and skip you guys. Goodbye. Here we go. Yeah, this is right where we left off. Okay, cool. Or is it? I have failed you, Master Wayne. So, when I like to fight something, I like it to be a challenge. And you can take any monster in those books and turn them into a challenge for any level. You can make a joke out of a kobold by the manual if you're level 3. It's not even a threat anymore. It's just, well, there's Cobalt, one-shot him, great, moving on. Or, the game can be creative. So, you could have a DM show up and be like, here's this level 1 enemy, but something's different about it. Now, a good kind of example of what that might look like, I'm going to use outside of D&D, taboo I know, but if you're an anime fan, and you know anything about Dragon Ball Z, Yamcha's kind of a joke, right? Well, in the latest Xenoverse game, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, spoiler for anyone who hasn't played it, there's a secret fight or a last fight that you can do before any of the DLC, where Yamcha gets taken over and gets like a super buff and he's wicked hard and tough. And it was hilarious and kind of challenging for what I was able to do anyway. And that's like the best example I can think of because, like in D&D, I built my character, I leveled them, I made them the way I wanted to play them. Everything they had been through, we went through together. Like, it wasn't just like a basic, okay, you know, I'm Goku, I'm gonna smash him, he's dead. It was like, no, here's a challenge for you and your character. So that's why it's a good example. So, because I don't know many DMs that take high or low level things and make them into matching sort of fights, I guess. And I've never done it. I've never even had somebody do it for me, because all my campaigns have been low level and they haven't gotten very far. Or, you know, people die, they lose interest, someone wants to turn DMing, or I need a turn playing is usually what it really is. I don't know. It's kind of just a unique situation, I feel, to be in. So I don't have a specific one that I love to fight per se. Just as long as it presents a challenge. If it's hard to beat, it's for me. Like, I don't like situations where my character is able to just plow through every single fight. And I believe it was Gary Gygax himself who once said that when you play D&D and you're in combat, it should feel like 30% chance to survive, 70% chance to fail, but in reality, it's just the opposite. That's how it should really be, genuinely. And I agree. I couldn't agree more, in fact. So, there's that. I definitely think that any encounter should feel that way. No matter what level, no matter what you're facing, you should always have a risk of dying. And if overconfidence is your downfall because maybe it seems like a weaker enemy and the DM had some tricks up his sleeve, that makes it even better. So, I guess my favorite monster to fight is anything. Another trick too, the thing about it all is, like, looking at this strictly from a player-DM relationship perspective, I've heard some people say that fighting in D&D is almost not trivial, but like, it's hard to make it feel worthwhile. You know, unless you're going to get some fat loot or progress the story, it's just a roadblock to the stuff that you're trying to get done. And no one wants to deal with it. So if you can make it feel like it has some weight, like it's an important fight and not just like, you were traveling down the road and came across some wolves. You know, like, maybe those wolves are eating a corpse of someone important that you're looking for, maybe whatever. Something, anything. That's the other thing that I think is really important to a fun monster to fight. God, this is an annoying fight. Just get thrown around. Oh my god. This is the most ridiculous fight in the game. This right here, not a good fight. This isn't tough. This is annoying. Okay. Like, and the hitbox is weird too, so like, I guess it's like real D&D, like, you think, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit him with this. No. I don't know. Plus this guy has that bullshit teleport move, not cool. And that definitely should have hit him. Die. There we go. Got him. Goodbye. Pick up all my money. Fight me! Hey, baby! Oh, its name is Sin. That's how you know it's tough. That's racist. Trying to eat me because I'm a human and you're a dragon? We could be friends. So obviously, you know, I've been doing that theme, question of the day being, you know, yeah, what is your favorite monster? But a lot of people I know don't play D&D enough. And I've seen a lot of fans not really being able to answer that. So I've been doing like a double question of the day. So obviously, for my D&D playing fans, oh my god. This is so annoying. It's literally just eating me. This is so frustrating. Yep. So, what is your favorite monster if you do play D&D? If you don't play D&D, let's see. Do you think do you prefer, I guess, the kind of story where the hero is able to just go through and slaughter everything and, like, nothing matters because the hero's definitely going to win? Or do you like that challenge? Do you like being able to just be like, nah, this is it? I'm just curious. I personally prefer a little bit of challenge. Like, a real challenge. Not the stuff that's doing here where the dragon's just picking me up and eating me and taking up more time for an inevitable victory. Am I even hitting it? It's making a weird sound, so I'm guessing. And there's like no way to make it stop sooner. And it knocks me down. It just, ugh, God. Yep. Great. Ah, perfect. I have been hitting it. Whatever. At least this one's easier to hit than the other one. There's a good question of the day, since you've all experienced this, too. Just a third question. I love throwing them out at you guys. I like giving you guys something to deal with, because I'm dealing with this shit. For your third and final question of the day. Oh, shit. Oh, my God! Oh, whoops. I just turned into a fighter. Whatever. So, am I gonna die at 0 gold? Let's find out. I'm definitely gonna get hit. Yup, gold is my life. That's interesting. Hey, baby. What? 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 That was awesome. That was so cool. Okay, sorry. I was learning some stuff about myself, who I am as a man.
Is that your bed?
So I'm like super sad now. Because I basically died because of a fire breath, and now I'm gonna have to die 100 times just to kill this thing. Yep, it's fine. Oh, yay.
Is that your bed? Is
This is
that your
rude.
bed?
I just want to be clear. If you weren't paying attention, my gold is the yellow number at the top. I had 15,000 gold. So when it killed me that time with the fire breath in one shot, it did over 15,000 damage. This game follows D&D dice rolls pretty well. God. Fuck you, Sin. Back to Final Fantasy X. Hey! Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dead-ass dragon. Great. Yep. Rawr, I'm not done yet. I'm a spooky ghost dragon now. Oh wait, everything's on fire. And it's all good. The Goodyear blimp is here with the Fire Nation. Everything's gonna be fine. Just imagine that as a kid in the arcade, though. Oh my god. Ugh. Last quarter. And this is cool too, because it gives you like, just gives you a bunch of shit. It's gonna show all the different people and all the different skins and stuff. It's just really cool. Anyway, well, this thing does that and you're watching. Just to finish off, that's the end of these two D&D games. I still have one more game planned that I'm quite excited for. That one's going to be a little more slower paced, so I should be able to pay more attention, be less fidgety. But I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to aim to do something a little different. I've been trying to do the talking about D&D December while I'm playing, combining them into one. What I'm going to try out, just to make things a little different, to help make this easier to swallow for everybody, because these have been like half-hour, sometimes more than half-hour long episodes, and no me gusta, no thank you. So what I'm going to try to do is, oh my god, I skipped so much crap. Wow. It also took away my name, so Mariah was her name. Alright, whatever. So I'm going to do, as I was saying, some gameplay with D&D games. Probably, maybe I'm going to try to aim for 15 minutes. 15 minutes apiece. And if we beat it, we beat it. If we don't, we don't. Whatever, who cares? That's not what matters. What matters is that we had fun doing it, that I could crack a couple of jokes so we could have some fun. And then maybe after that, what I'll do, same day, like no separation on all this, I'll just have me talking to you guys about D&D December stuff, because this was fun, don't get me wrong, but it's hard, just as a person, it's hard, and I know it's hard to swallow as a viewer, and I'm just trying to make it good for you guys, because like I said, I just want to make entertaining things. I want to bring people together. That's all I really want, more than anything. And I think it's going to be hard to do that when I'm basically rambling and losing my place and not being able to do things. Another thought I had was just playing the game and then recording myself over it, like talking. And that works. But it's not as authentic. So I feel like what's important is that I just get to play the game and crack a joke once in a while and be a butt. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna try out a bunch of different things. We're gonna experiment in the remainder of D&D December. So I guess what'll happen is tomorrow you guys are gonna check out the next game with me, which is going to be the Icewind Dale Enhanced Dungeons & Dragons game they remade a couple years back for Steam that I'm really excited to play, because my friends always try to get me into it as a kid by teasing me about it, playing it, and saying, no, you can't play it, buy your own, even though they knew at the time I didn't really have a computer that could do that. It is what it is, though. Kids are dumb. But I'm excited for that. First time I'm ever going to play it. We're going to see what it's like. You're going to see what it's like. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. See you next time.